academic year, learning, socializing, doing things, living. How to come back to the real world after comfortably or uncomfortably floating in literal and figurative lockdown. And how do we define real world when reality hung us out to dry? It's okay. It's fine. We just need to breathe. Whatever this year has been for you, this will be a change. September, especially for the younger of us, those of us who still live within the education framework, September always must be a step forward because apparently we need to change. We need to be better. We need to be more mature, more intelligent, more together with each year. Well, here I am to tell you this. We don't. Time is strange. As Fernando Pessoa wrote, it measures us without measure and kills us, though it doesn't itself exist. As time seemed to stand still in quarantine, it measured our own stillness, killed us through its stagnancy. And now it seems to run forward with full force, without a warm-up, because what does not exist doesn't need to wake up, warm up, stretch out, and expand and move. Time may just be the greatest stoic because it remains unchanging while everything around it crumbles, transforms. It's like that rock from the quote by Marcus Aurelius. What are we, then? Are we the water, the waves, moving in a steady manner, though without rhythm? Well, maybe we are, in the grand scheme of things, never really changing, though always shedding skin, always moving both forward and backward in those circles of our own making. Okay then, imagine you're water and time is a rock. It moves you without moving, and each time you try to tear it apart, you tear yourself apart. And then when you finally feel, okay, fine, you get used to the stillness, the slowness, the nothing. Then the storm comes. The storm by the name of September. And the well-being-ish you have established suddenly becomes illusory. By the rhythmical movement of time, you're reminded of your own fluidity, fragility, translucence. So, what then, if time is the greatest stoic, and who are you? You know what, maybe illusion is the point. Maybe we live through time vicariously, pushing quote upon quote, delusion upon delusion, mantra upon mantra, repeating, I am a rock, I am strong, I am in control. Appropriating time in a timeless fashion, tricking time for wearing its clothing, rock solid. What if we do become time? What if we steal it, shed its skin, measure it by not measuring it, kill it by crushing its empty bones? What happens when time disappears and water runs freely? As I said, reality hung us out to dry, but water doesn't dry out. We must face the fact that we are forcing it, whatever the it is for you. We measure the immeasurable, we kill the unkillable, we control the uncontrollable. We push boundaries, we cross limits, and then we recover? If we consider lockdown to be a loop, it is almost like madness. We repeat the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Only in this case, we expect a different result from reality, not from ourselves. It is a vicarious addiction. And then if you embody time, it will feel forced. But if you stick with it long enough, it might just help you rediscover life again. I wrote my outline for this in a very lucid kind of trance in the middle of a vicious writer's block, which I'm still in the middle of. It seems timeless and time-bound at the same time. If I have to strip it down to this whole thing's most basic terms, well, I'll try, though I don't understand it myself. It requires a constant trance-like state to be able to understand the abstractions of time. Time stopped. Now it resumes. Time doesn't exist until it does. And when it does, we take it. And when we do, we must measure and control ourselves because there's no time to do it for us anymore. Time is busy passing. And because that's right, we are time, almost. Or are we just timed? We are timed, right? Every one of us. By whom, by what? I don't know, but we are timed. Anyway, maybe we shouldn't think about death, so let's continue. So then we need to strain, and then we need to recover. We need to fight and flow like water. And we need to be still and forceful, like a rock. Student, a non-student, a teacher, an adult, those are just signifiers for human-shaped time zones. January, September, December, those are just signifiers for time-shaped narratives. Whatever. We're all stressed. We're all stressed. We're all stressed. And September only reminds us we are being fooled by time. We need to live through another beginning in the middle of the year. We need to make a beginning for ourselves in the middle of the year. We need to make time what it is not, because we make it so. We need to adhere to the timeness of September. And yeah, we do get our summer playtime, but even that word itself is bound to time. So yeah, we're all stressed. And it's fine, and it's not, and it's fine. My main advice, which will be much less abstract than anything I've said before, I promise. If you feel stressed, open a document on your computer and decide that you'll write an outline for a YouTube video about feeling stressed, for whatever reason. Then all of a sudden you will start writing about becoming time and time being the greatest stoic, or being the stoicism of time of stoicism. Yeah. What was I saying? Vicarious addictions, right. You're right about time, becoming time. This thing has taken too much of my time, fighting vicarious addictions, and you'll feel better instantly. I can vouch for it. But yeah, try it out. You might like it. And while you're at it, feel free to subscribe below, and that way you'll never be alone in your free-flowing, nonsensical meanderings. If you do subscribe, then I'll be ensured that I'm not alone in not making much sense. Thank you for your time. And now I'm going back to hibernation until September ends, so. Oh no, taking my books with me, of course.